Have you ever wondered what truly separates highly successful people from everyone else? Is it raw talent, intelligence, or something deeper? Most of us assume that extraordinary people are simply born with exceptional abilities. But what if I told you that's just a myth? A group of psychologists interviewed 120 of the most successful individuals across various fields: music, art, sports, and more. Their findings were eye-opening. Most of these achievers weren't child prodigies or naturally gifted. They didn't start off as exceptional. Instead, they had great mentors, put in years of dedicated effort, and committed themselves to continuous learning. The truth is, talent alone doesn't determine success. We all have hidden potential, abilities lying dormant, waiting to be unlocked. And the best part, you don't need to be born with talent to achieve greatness. With the right mindset, discipline, and strategy, you can develop skills that set you apart. In this summary, you'll discover how to shape your character, stay disciplined, build strong social connections, and remain motivated. You'll learn why focusing on growth and progress, not just chasing awards or external success, leads to lasting fulfillment, no matter where you're starting from, whether you're a beginner, an expert, or someone who's faced failure. You have the power to improve and rise beyond your current limits. So, if you're ready to uncover your hidden potential and take control of your success, stay with me until the end. And if you find this summary valuable, don't forget to like, share, and comment. Your engagement helps us reach more people and bring more inspiring content your way. Now, let's dive in. Creature of discomfort. What if I told you that success isn't about who you are, but about who you choose to become? Many people believe that personality defines us. It's just the way we are, fixed and unchangeable. But that's not entirely true. Personality reflects our tendencies, but character is shaped by the values we live by. And unlike personality, character isn't fixed. It can be developed, strengthened, and transformed. The secret to unlocking your full potential lies in your willingness to embrace discomfort. Growth doesn't happen in the safety of your comfort zone. It happens when you step into the unknown, take risks, and challenge yourself to do things that feel difficult or even impossible. Trying new things, breaking old habits, and pushing your limits is the first step toward realizing your true capabilities. Of course, discomfort isn't easy to face. It requires determination, the kind of unwavering resolve that keeps you moving forward even when the journey gets tough. Without this inner drive, challenges will feel like obstacles rather than opportunities. But when you commit to growth, you begin to see failures not as setbacks, but as stepping stones to mastery. Every mistake becomes a lesson, every setback a chance to improve. For years, people believed that individuals learn best when teaching methods match their preferred learning style: visual, auditory, reading, writing, or kinesthetic. This idea, known as the VOARK model, was widely accepted in education. However, research has since debunked this theory, proving that no single learning style guarantees better results. In fact, sticking to just one method can actually limit your ability to grow. True learning happens when you break free from familiar patterns and experiment with different ways of acquiring knowledge. Imagine you're someone who loves watching videos to learn. That's great, but what if reading books could help you develop an even sharper understanding? Or what if actively engaging in discussions could push you to think in new ways? Real progress happens when you step outside your preferred methods and challenge yourself to adapt. But let's be honest, embracing discomfort doesn't always feel rewarding in the moment. Taking risks can be exhilarating, but it can also lead to frustration, self-doubt, and hesitation. Procrastination is one of the biggest roadblocks to growth, and it often comes from a desire to avoid discomfort. We don't just put things off because we're lazy. We do it because we fear failure, rejection, boredom, or even the pressure to be perfect. So how do you overcome this? By making learning enjoyable. Some of the most successful language learners, like Sarah Maria Hosbin and Benny Lewis, faced massive struggles when trying to master new languages. Sarah initially believed she had missed her chance to learn Spanish because she never practiced it at home. But instead of giving up, she made a commitment to push herself into uncomfortable situations, traveling, speaking new languages, and making mistakes along the way. By embracing the struggle, she not only became fluent, but also connected with different cultures on a deeper level. Similarly, Benny Lewis once believed he wasn't naturally gifted in learning languages. In school, he struggled with Irish, German, and Spanish. But everything changed when he moved to Spain and forced himself to engage in conversations, even if he made 200 mistakes a day. Instead of fearing failure, he made failure his goal. That shift in mindset turned him into a polyglot and a professional language coach. Sarah and Benny's journeys prove that discomfort isn't something to avoid. It's something to seek out. By deliberately putting themselves in difficult situations, they accelerated their learning, gained confidence, and ultimately achieved what once seemed impossible. So ask yourself, what's stopping you from reaching your full potential? Is it the fear of failure? The discomfort of making mistakes? The reluctance to leave behind familiar habits? If you can challenge those limiting beliefs, step outside your comfort zone, and embrace the learning process, even when it feels tough, you'll unlock a level of growth you never thought possible. The Imperfectionists. Are you someone who chases perfection in everything you do? If so, you might believe that perfectionism leads to flawless results. You focus on the tiniest details, avoid mistakes at all costs, and hesitate to take on new or challenging tasks. But here's the problem. This mindset doesn't accelerate growth. It limits it. When you constantly criticize your own efforts, seek validation from others, and judge your worth based on external results, you hold yourself back from reaching your full potential. In such cases, perfectionism isn't an asset. It becomes a burden. Often, this obsession with perfection stems from societal pressure, like the expectations set by parents or teachers. But here's the truth. Mistakes are not failures. They are essential stepping stones to mastery. The key to unlocking your potential lies in embracing imperfections rather than eliminating them. Instead of fearing mistakes, you should see them as part of the learning process. Treat your efforts with self-compassion and recognize that everyone experiences failure at some point. The real challenge isn't avoiding failure, but learning how to grow from it. Take the story of Tadao Ando, a world-renowned architect who defied all odds. Unlike most architects, Ando never received formal training. He came from a poor background and started as a carpenter, working with wood, glass, and metal. Despite his circumstances, he had a dream to design and build magnificent structures. Since he couldn't afford college, Ando taught himself architecture. He observed construction projects, studied materials, and refined his skills through hands-on experience. Instead of waiting for the perfect opportunity, he took action, sketching countless drawings until his designs matched his vision. This self-directed approach not only earned him an architecture license, but also launched his remarkable career. In 1995, a devastating earthquake struck Kobe, Japan, destroying thousands of buildings. Yet the structures designed by Ando stood firm, proving their resilience. His reputation soared as an architect who built earthquake-resistant structures. But here's the most interesting part. Ando never believed in perfectionism. He understood that just as perfection stifles growth in life, it does the same in architecture. Rather than striving for unattainable perfection, he prioritized discipline and embraced imperfection. His buildings became known for their unique design, intricate details, and structural strength. By rejecting the idea of flawlessness, Ando was able to create practical, aesthetically stunning, and disaster-resistant structures. Even in a field dominated by perfectionists, he dared to challenge conventional norms. He focused not on achieving absolute flawlessness, but on balancing design and function in a way that made sense. Ando's journey proves that greatness doesn't come from perfectionism. It comes from a strategic balance of discipline, vision, and adaptability. If you want to break free from perfectionism and unlock your true creative potential, shift your mindset. Embrace mistakes. Accept that imperfection is natural. Mistakes don't reduce the value of your work. They enhance your authenticity and uniqueness. Prioritize what matters. Instead of obsessing over minor details, focus on the bigger picture. Identify the elements that truly contribute to success and direct your energy there. Take risks. Step into uncertainty. Challenging tasks and new experiences might come with mistakes, but they also come with growth. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a necessary part of it. Learn from your errors. Instead of harshly criticizing yourself, analyze what went wrong and use that knowledge to improve in the future. Aim for practical excellence. Like Ando, strike a balance between high standards and real-world application. Sometimes, good enough is the key to moving forward. Seek self-satisfaction. Instead of relying on external validation, define success on your own terms. Pursue work that is meaningful and fulfilling to you. Once you shift from a perfectionist mindset to a flexible one, you'll unlock greater creativity, growth, and innovation. Remember, excellence isn't about meeting everyone else's expectations. It's about living up to your own values. You define the worth of your work, not anyone else. Transforming the daily grind. For centuries, people have believed that success comes from relentless effort and strict discipline. Those who wanted to master a skill followed rigid practice routines, working tirelessly day after day. This belief still dominates today. Hard work is seen as the ultimate path to greatness. But this approach has its downsides. Overworking without balance can lead to burnout, where exhaustion, both physical and emotional, drains enthusiasm and lowers performance. When work becomes repetitive and lacks excitement, it can also lead to boredom, making even the most passionate individuals feel disconnected from their craft. Mozart himself, despite his extraordinary talent, struggled under the weight of his father's strict practice regimens, often feeling more exhausted than inspired. The key to long-term excellence isn't just endless repetition, it's finding joy in the process. When passion drives your work, you enter a flow state where you become completely immersed in what you do. Instead of treating practice as a rigid task, it can be transformed into something engaging and fulfilling. One way to achieve this is by blending discipline with creativity. Instead of following the same routine every day, introducing variety and exploration keeps motivation alive. Working in focused sessions rather than exhausting stretches prevents fatigue, while taking breaks allows fresh ideas to emerge. When practice is approached with curiosity rather than pressure, learning becomes an enjoyable journey rather than a grueling task. A remarkable example of this is Evelyn Glennie. Growing up in the Scottish countryside, she was fascinated by the sounds of nature, the rustling of leaves, the hum of farm equipment. She dreamed of becoming a musician and spent years refining her skills on the piano and percussion. However, her path was far from easy. By the age of 12, Evelyn had lost nearly all her hearing. Doctors told her that music would no longer be possible for her, but she refused to accept that limitation. With the guidance of her percussion teacher, she discovered a new way to experience music, not through sound, but through vibration. She trained herself to feel the notes through her body, distinguishing different pitches based on where she sensed them. What could have been an impossible obstacle became an opportunity to develop a completely unique connection to music. Despite being rejected by the prestigious Royal Academy of Music, she persisted. Years later, she became the world's first solo percussionist, winning multiple Grammy Awards and earning a knighthood. Her story proves that excellence isn't about pushing yourself to exhaustion. It's about embracing challenges with creativity and passion. Evelyn's journey shows that true mastery comes not from rigid perfectionism, but from learning to love the process. Whether you aspire to be a musician, an athlete, or a professional in any field, success isn't just about working harder. It's about working with joy. When you make your craft something you genuinely enjoy, you unlock your full potential effortlessly. Getting unstuck. Growth isn't always a straight path forward. Sometimes, progress requires stepping back, reevaluating, and taking a new direction. When you feel stuck, the key is to embrace discomfort, try something different, and seek guidance. Having the courage to adapt can unlock your full potential in ways you never imagined. Clarity is often the first step in overcoming stagnation. When you're unsure about your goals, guidance from a mentor can make a significant difference. But mentors don't always have to be experts. In fact, studies show that experts can sometimes struggle to teach beginners because they are so deeply immersed in their field that they forget what it was like to be a novice. This is known as the curse of knowledge, a phenomenon where those with extensive experience find it difficult to simplify concepts for others. Even Albert Einstein, one of the greatest minds in history, faced this challenge. His vast understanding of physics made it difficult for him to explain complex theories in simple terms. This is why seeking guidance from multiple mentors can be invaluable. Different mentors offer different perspectives, and learning from a variety of sources helps expand your approach. A powerful example of this is R.A. Dickey, a baseball player who faced career-threatening challenges but ultimately reinvented himself through persistence and mentorship. From an early age, Dickey was recognized as a talented pitcher. He won a bronze medal with the U.S. Olympic baseball team, and the Texas Rangers offered him a major contract. But just as he was about to sign, a routine medical checkup revealed a shocking issue. His right elbow was missing a crucial ligament. This unexpected discovery led the team to downgrade their offer, leaving his future uncertain. For the next 7 years, Dickey struggled in minor leagues, desperately trying to prove himself. Despite his efforts, he couldn't maintain his position in the major leagues. Critics dismissed him as an average player, and he was repeatedly sent back to lower divisions. His career seemed to be slipping away. Instead of giving up, he decided to change his approach. He began experimenting with the knuckleball, a rare and unpredictable pitch that relied more on technique than raw strength. Mastering the knuckleball was incredibly challenging, but it offered a way to extend his career. Recognizing that he couldn't do it alone, he sought guidance from some of the greatest knuckleball pitchers. Tim Wakefield, Phil Necro, and Charlie Ho. Their insights helped him refine his technique and develop a unique pitching style. After years of refining his craft, Dickey finally made a comeback. At 35 years old, he rejoined the major leagues and became one of the top pitchers in baseball. His persistence paid off when he secured a multi-million-dollar contract with the New York Mets. In 2012, at the age of 37, he had the best season of his career and became the first knuckleball pitcher to win the prestigious Cy Young Award, an honor given to the best pitcher in the league. Dickey's journey is a testament to the power of adaptation. Getting stuck doesn't mean progress has ended. It's often a signal to shift direction, explore new possibilities, and approach challenges from a different angle. Like Dickey, stepping back can sometimes lead to a breakthrough. So, when you find yourself feeling trapped or uncertain about your next move, don't resist discomfort. Seek guidance, embrace change, and trust that taking a different path may lead you to success in ways you never expected. Mining for gold. Great ideas and solutions don't always come from a single mind. They emerge when people collaborate, share knowledge, and combine their strengths. This is the essence of collective intelligence, where a group working together can achieve far more than an individual ever could. Collective intelligence thrives on diversity of thought, collaboration, and innovative thinking. When different perspectives come together, they allow a team to view challenges from multiple angles, leading to more creative solutions. A group that values open discussion, active listening, and constructive feedback becomes stronger than the sum of its parts. For any team to function effectively, leadership plays a crucial role. But true leadership isn't about talking the most or being the loudest voice in the room. In many cases, teams mistakenly choose leaders based on how much they speak, a phenomenon known as the babble effect, where those who dominate conversations are seen as natural leaders, even if they lack the skills to guide a team. The best leaders, however, are not those who command attention, but those who bring out the best in their team. A great leader listens, values every team member's contribution, and focuses on the mission rather than personal recognition. A powerful example of collective intelligence in action was the 2010 Chilean mine rescue. When a gold and copper mine collapsed, 33 miners were trapped 2,300 feet underground, with no clear plan on how to save them. In the chaos that followed, multiple rescue teams, police units, and mining experts rushed to the scene, but their efforts lacked coordination. After 4 days of failed attempts, Andre Sugaré, a mining engineer known for his leadership and problem-solving skills, was brought in to take charge. Instead of immediately giving orders, he listened. He gathered insights from experts, analyzed the situation, and quickly formulated a structured plan. Understanding the urgency, he proposed drilling multiple rescue holes simultaneously, a high-risk, high-reward strategy that increased their chances of success. His team met daily, refining their approach and brainstorming innovative solutions. On the 17th day, their persistence paid off. The team made contact with the miners, who had miraculously survived despite dwindling supplies. Instead of waiting for a large escape tunnel to be drilled, they devised a method to send food, water, and oxygen through smaller holes, ensuring the miners stayed alive. After 69 days, all 33 miners were safely rescued. This historic operation wasn't the result of a single genius. It was the power of collective intelligence at its best. A leader who listened, a team that collaborated, and a group that trusted each other's expertise turned an impossible situation into a miraculous success. The lesson is clear. Whether in crisis situations or daily challenges, collective intelligence has the power to drive extraordinary results. By encouraging diverse perspectives, fostering collaboration, and embracing innovation, any team can unlock its true potential. Great leaders don't dictate. They create an environment where everyone's intelligence contributes to something greater. Diamonds in the rough? Recognizing hidden potential is one of the most valuable skills a leader or employer can have. Traditional selection systems focus on credentials, past achievements, and measurable results. But true talent is often found in places where standard methods fail to look. Greatness isn't always reflected in degrees or titles. It's revealed in how a person responds to challenges, adapts to setbacks, and keeps pushing forward despite failure. One of the biggest flaws in traditional selection methods is that they assume past success predicts future excellence. While experience matters, it doesn't always show how a person will perform under pressure or innovate in difficult situations. Some of the most extraordinary individuals don't fit the conventional mold, and their potential often goes unnoticed because they don't meet preset expectations. A perfect example of this is José Hernández, who went from repeated rejection to becoming a NASA astronaut. From a young age, José was fascinated by space and dreamed of one day reaching the stars. He was talented in math and science, earning a bachelor's and master's degree in electrical engineering. Yet, despite his impressive qualifications, NASA rejected him multiple times. Most people would have given up, but not José. Each time he was turned down, he improved his skills, gained new experiences, and found ways to grow. He helped develop digital technology for cancer detection, ran 7 marathons, and actively engaged with his community. His journey demonstrated not just technical expertise, but resilience, adaptability, and an unshakable commitment to his dreams. Yet NASA's selection process initially overlooked these qualities, focusing primarily on credentials and past achievements. It wasn't until José spent 15 years refining himself that he was finally selected, first as an engineer, then as an astronaut. His story highlights a fundamental flaw in how talent is evaluated. Many selection systems prioritize what a person has done rather than who they are becoming. To truly identify hidden potential, we need a more thoughtful approach, one that looks beyond resumes and test scores to consider a person's character, background, experiences, and personal growth. Past performance is valuable, but it does not always predict future success. The real question isn't just what someone has achieved, but how they respond to obstacles and evolve through challenges. When we shift our focus to how a person grows, adapts, and persists, we uncover diamonds in the rough, the individuals whose true potential is waiting to be recognized. Defying Gravity. Success isn't just about individual effort. It thrives on collaboration, shared knowledge, and the power of teaching. Sometimes, solving a problem alone isn't as effective as working with a group. The ability to learn from others, teach what you know, and support those around you can accelerate progress in ways that personal effort alone cannot. 2 key strategies make collaboration powerful: the tutor effect and the coach effect. Teaching others reinforces your own knowledge, while coaching motivates and strengthens both the giver and the receiver. When you share knowledge, your confidence grows, and you become more aware of your own capabilities. Learning isn't just about receiving, it's about giving back, supporting others, and building a culture of growth. Another powerful force in human performance is expectation. When people believe in your potential, it can push you to achieve more. This is known as the Pygmalion effect. Conversely, when others underestimate you, it can hold you back. This is called the golem effect. However, some people use low expectations as fuel to prove others wrong. This is known as the underdog effect, where being underestimated becomes a source of motivation to surpass limitations and outperform expectations. A powerful example of overcoming obstacles through collaboration, teaching, and shared learning is the story of the Golden 13, a group of African American men who defied all odds to become U.S. Navy officers in 1944. At that time, the Navy was deeply segregated, restricting black recruits to menial tasks like cleaning and cooking. Under political pressure, the Navy reluctantly allowed a select group of black men to enter officer training, though they were met with skepticism and outright discrimination. These 16 men were separated from white trainees, subjected to racial slurs, and forced to endure an incredibly difficult training process. Many had already faced racism before, but the challenges of officer training made them question themselves even more. The odds were stacked against them, yet they refused to give up. Instead of competing against each other, they came together. They turned their training into a shared mission, using the tutor effect to strengthen the entire group. Each man mastered a subject and then taught it to the others. Jesse Arbor, for example, specialized in navigation and Morse code, while others focused on math, history, and technical skills. They studied late into the night, building a support system that made them stronger together than they could have been alone. Their strategy worked. 13 out of the 16 trainees passed, a higher success rate than any previous officer training class. They became known as the Golden 13, proving not only their own worth but also shattering the Navy's prejudice against black officers. Their victory was not just individual, it was a collective achievement fueled by teaching, collaboration, and shared knowledge. The lesson from their story is clear. Extraordinary success is not achieved in isolation. When you teach, you strengthen your own understanding. When you collaborate, you push each other higher. When you create a culture of shared learning, you defy gravity itself, rising above the challenges that once seemed impossible. Success isn't just about what you can achieve alone, it's about what we can accomplish together. Conclusion. Life will always present challenges. If you want to grow and succeed, you must face these obstacles head on. Along the way, you'll encounter setbacks, doubts, and even people who try to hold you back. Overcoming these hurdles requires not only recognizing your own hidden potential, but also understanding and valuing the potential in others. Throughout this journey, you've discovered the power of character over personality, how embracing discomfort and stepping outside your comfort zone leads to real growth. You've learned that perfectionism isn't an asset, but a limitation, keeping you trapped in self-criticism and fear of failure. True mastery comes when you accept imperfections, set bold challenges, and treat yourself with self-compassion. You've also seen that passion and play are essential in sustaining excellence. Hard work alone isn't enough. Balancing discipline with joy makes practice sustainable and prevents burnout. Being open to discomfort, seeking diverse guidance, and challenging mediocrity are key to constant improvement. Success isn't a solo journey. Collective intelligence and teamwork amplify our ability to solve problems, innovate, and achieve goals. When we collaborate, we gain multiple perspectives, creative solutions, and a strong support system. You've also understood that traditional selection systems often overlook hidden potential, making it crucial to evaluate not just past achievements, but also future possibilities. One of the most powerful lessons is that teaching and sharing knowledge don't just help others, they enhance your own confidence, creativity, and motivation. Lifting others up lifts you as well. Personal growth is a lifelong journey of resilience, experimentation, and continuous learning. There is no fixed formula for success. You must embrace feedback, adapt, and keep evolving. Your potential is already within you. The key is to unlock it. Don't let others' opinions or judgments discourage you. Stand strong and pursue what truly matters to you. Remember, no one is born talented. Talent is developed through practice, passion, and persistence. Find joy in your daily efforts. Embrace challenges and let your hidden potential shine.